Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our review of round 3. Only 8 games this week with Collingwood and Sydney having the bye, and it would have been 7 games if it wasn't for the cyclone cancellated.
Let's go back to
cancellated.
Let's go back to the 76 games.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Games at 2 p.m. on
3
Saturday.
rounds in, and we've got
Buys ahead.
We've got buys. Yeah. So if you enjoy this episode, go ahead, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit the button too. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get an alert when a new episode drops. So let's go back to Thursday night. It was at Marvel Stadium. Essendon 9-18-72 defeated Port Adelaide 8-12-60. Go. You talk about the Bombers, you talk about Port, and I'll be in between.
Okay.
Low scoring scrap.
Geez, 9-18, 27 shots. That's a lot of shots. Like, I know some of them are forced. You can't always say 18 being kicked. But Bombers are good, mate. Everyone, the whole week, they copped a barrage.
Were they? Were they?
Well,
I thought they were okay.
Were they better than Port?
Yeah.
No. Port were better for 3 quarters.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I went to the game and Port were better for 3 quarters.
I think Essendon...
Port were home. When Horn Francis kicked that first goal of the last, we snatched it out of the pack. That was as good as gone, Essendon.
So what's that tell you about Port Adelaide? That says a lot about Port.
They fell in a hole in the last 15 minutes.
You're right, but I'm with you. Port's scoring power is rubbish.
But you don't reckon Port were okay?
They
weren't worse than Essendon.
But I think if Essendon kicked, I know it doesn't work that way, we've discussed it, but if Essendon kicked better and they missed some lollipops, right? They would have had Port.
How do you miss a lollipop?
You went to lick it. And
so when you go to the crossing, the school, the lollipop lady.
Straight through the lollipop lady.
Yeah. That's it. That's how you miss it.
So they missed some lollipops, right? So what I'm saying is they could have put more pressure on Port earlier.
Yeah. Scoreboard pressure.
Yeah,
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So, look, everyone's having Kakko's the same too that they're carrying on about. Maybe it's the other guys, mate. That Caldwell this year, everyone talks about Merritt. Yeah. Caldwell's been tremendous.
Merritt was good early when Port were...
Yeah, but then Caldwell, to his credit, Dylan Shield had a crack.
Had a good game, actually.
Had a crack.
Game, yeah.
I thought their backline stood up, but he's got a point, mate. Port Adelaide's scoring power is minimised there.
Port had 20 shots too, as well.
Yeah, but against Essendon, right? Pre-average.
Yeah, it's funny how you see it versus how I saw it.
Yeah,
I thought Port were... The last 15 minutes...
Okay, wait, before you go on, did Essendon deserve to win? In the end,
I thought they did.
I was happy with whoever won that because both sides had a crack.
Fair enough. Well,
the skills were poor.
Atrocious.
The standard was sub. It was a bad game of footy.
That's probably why I was dozing off halfway in the middle of it. But anyway, so Port Adelaide. I've been telling you for 3 weeks. Where are their goals coming from? Even last week, you said they'll beat Essendon. Pretty sure you...
I did too.
Yeah. But I specifically said to Vito, where are the goals coming from? And you said, Pal bet both. Yeah, they're not kicking 6 each.
Just Georgiades.
Georgiades kicked, 4 the other night? And they kick 8 goals for the game. So where are the goals coming from? Right? Even when that overpriced donkey, Lukosius, comes back, he's hopeless.
He's hopeless. Jamie Stevenson.
No, he's hopeless. He's not worth a million. He's not worth
I agree with that.
Right? Let's be honest. So where is Port at? Number one, where are they at? I don't know. Ken Inkley, they're kidding themselves. They should have done it at the start of the year.
Yeah.
Mate, if he's not the coach for next year, he's not the coach for this year either. It doesn't work.
Already?
It's a mess.
Already? That's one. 2, already you can just see it's
cracks. You can
cracks.
see the cracks.
Like, he's not there next year. So we're even going to follow what he says.
That's right.
Exactly.
We're going to play the style. But Josh Carr's going to play differently. Look, I don't know what's been said behind closed doors.
The prime example of that was kind of Rosie. No interest the other night.
Look, yeah.
Like, just no zest.
Got a lot of it, but he wasn't...
Got plenty of it.
No. You sure?
Yeah.
Kind of Rosie. Let us know in the comments. I thought he had 18 touches.
Careful.
Let us know in the comments how many touches he got. I thought he got 18. They reckon plenty. So
maybe we should have had... It's called an
no,
iPhone.
I thought he had 18. Yeah, true.
Sardar Hooley in that last quarter injected a little bit of speed off half back.
Yeah. Reminds me of actually Basher Hooley.
Yeah.
Not Sard so much.
Yeah.
More Basher Hooley, that type of, off half back.
Well, he's got both their names. Sard, Hooley.
Yeah, El Hooley. Yeah, he's done a couple of good things.
He looks all right. Yeah,
he sparked up the crowd. Like, it was just with his run. I think the supporters were happy to see that.
Exactly right. And he's not the best player in the AFL. He might never be the best player in the He might not be in the
Yeah.
top 200. But he gave him something,
Yeah,
right? He gave him
yeah.
some excitement. The crowd were excited to see it. That lifts the players. Mate,
It wasn't
does
about him. It
wonders.
was about finally some bloke gets the footy
someone. It
and
could have been
goes.
anyone. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Let's move on. Friday, Marvel Stadium. And before we start, check out Carlton Club Corner up there. Is it that
this
side?
one.
That
This
side.
one, mate.
No, we've changed directions. Where is it?
No,
But,
it's up here.
oh, dear oh
Because I'm not
me.
going to say much about this one, but
Carlton 11-9-75. Western Bulldogs 12-11-83. Blues kicked the first 4 goals.
I don't understand what's going on down there. I really don't understand. Kick the first 4, look comfortable. I know it doesn't work like that. Footy goes for 4 quarters. We know all this. But how do you not? And they didn't capitulate. They lost by a kick in the end, a kick and a half, right? But how do you lead all night? And I'm hearing on the grapevine, I'm hearing from other sources, radio stations, Carlton's fitness level, they can't run out games. Well,
Why does Voss say that then? That they did. They do.
because he's a liar.
Why does he say
He's
that?
a liar.
and also, mate, he's right. TDK and Wiedering, those two hold that football club together. Even they've overtaken Cripps, right? Although Cripps, he's harsh on him. You know that he's harsh on him.
He is, yeah.
He tries his guts out. That
He
poor
does.
bloke. He tries his guts out. So I feel for him there. Dogs, mate, you got to hand it to them. They keep winning with half a side practically. Well, not half a side, but Jones comes back, didn't miss a beat.
No.
Did
Did
he?
not miss a beat, Liam Jones.
Norton's out of form poorly.
And
He's
they're
poorly.
still winning games. Like
I know he kicked the one at the end,
Yeah,
but
but he's
which was the
contributing
point.
when he needs to contribute. That's a sign of a good team, I reckon, personally. And a good coach.
O'Donnell chips in.
Goes forward, kicks a couple of goals.
Darcy also, he's a gun.
There's another Darcy, you know that? There's another Darcy coming.
Is
I
there?
reckon he's better
Like-
than him.
Oh,
Is he big as well?
Yeah.
Like another Ashcroft.
Yeah,
Jeez,
there's
we
another
don't, We
one.
don't need 2 Darcys.
There's another Darcy.
The only other thing I can see is Carlton's got no. Well, they're missing. They used to have it. They're missing that oomph, that togetherness. Like I remember
nothing.
Cripps used to get him in,
Yeah.
and they'd be Charlie Kernow kicked 3. I know,
Early.
but
in the first half.
but then faded.
Yeah.
There's no spark, is there?
No, there's no spark.
Clearly there's a behind. Look, I can't labour on any more about it. He's laboured on in his club corner.
yeah,
You've nailed it on the head. We've spoken about it.
Ad nauseum.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that word.
That's
so-
why I said it, because
Yeah.
I thought you'd struggle.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say one thing about Carlton. There's a song by Billy Ocean called When the Going Gets Tough, the Tough Get Going. They
big
ain't
hit
tough.
too.
Yeah, it
Was.
They ain't
Good
tough.
footy song.
They ain't tough. Yep. They're just when
I used to think he used to say, "Why don't you go and get stuffed?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could say you could say that. But when it gets hard, Carlton just capitulate. That's it.
Well, one more thing just before Harry McKay. So he played seconds. I'm not sure what to take of that. I'm not making any comments because I don't know what's going on. But
he should be
if you're-
delisted immediately.
Jeez, I'm trying to be nice.
Why?
I'd trade him.
Trade him.
Yeah, I'd
sack
trade him.
him.
I
I'll be
reckon he's
honest.
got
I said this to
currency.
someone. All jokes aside, I'm not being. I don't reckon he'll be a Carlton next year. I honestly don't.
will.
They had the chance to get Petrarca for him, and Carlton said absolutely not. He's off the
Well, that's
table.
past. That ship's gone.
But that's
Yeah,
how
that ship's
delusional
long
they
gone.
are.
Yeah.
That ship's long gone.
Yeah, I don't know why he played VFL. I would have. I was supposed to get him back into the rhythm of footy, I guess.
Bring the footy.
Doesn't make
What's
sense.
he been doing in the off-season?
Why didn't he play?
Playing cards.
Look, it's
play
all too hard
cards?
for him, mate.
Okay.
Well,
busy doing his
they're
podcast.
saying. Well, anyway,
Let's
I don't
move
know.
on.
Yeah.
Saturday MCG. Melbourne 8, 1462. Walloped by Gold Coast. 18-12, 120. Couple of things. This was Gold Coast. They broke a 12-game losing streak to Melbourne, going back
Really?
to 2014.
Good stat.
And do you know Gold Coast now, their last 4 wins have been outside of Queensland?
No, I didn't.
Their first 2 wins this year and their last 2
Yeah,
wins
I knew
last
the
year.
first-
Didn't know that.
Jeez,
So they've won their last 4 wins.
And they could never win away from home.
And we
put
keep
that-
saying that they
yeah,
don't.
We've put that theory to
No,
bed.
they beat
then.
Essendon by a
Hopefully.
point in round 21 or 22
okay.
last
Wins a
year.
win, yeah.
They comfortably beat Richmond in the last round of
Yep,
the year
fair
at the G.
Yep.
So they've won at Marvel, won at the G,
Yep.
won at West Coast in round 1, and then back at the G again.
So
You know their percentage is 250.
yeah, I know, 244.
They only
something.
played 2 games.
I know, but that's plenty.
My question to both of you is:
Yes.
they've got good players, Rao. They've got like a good
Rowe
midfield.
was best, wasn't
Fantastic. What I saw, mate. Is he not lost it, Damien Hardwick? How smart is he?
No, he's a great coach.
Genius. He's gotten the best out of this.
100%. Yeah.
he?
Already.
Are you going early on that? Or
Oh, you can see a difference, I think.
You
from
can.
last
You
year.
can. They've beaten
My thing to you is, they never we just spoke about it. They never used to win away from home. We used to go, are these idiots ever going to win from
This
home?
would be a struggle. This game would be a struggle for them.
Mate, they would have got smacked.
last year. So,
You know, did you say Gold Coast would win by 10 goals last week?
yeah.
And 58
told you.
points. He was right on the...
That's why when everyone... No, I'm not going to go there.
No, we'll get to that. But see, I think Gold Coast, I think he said something very, very interesting last year, Damien Hardwick.
Last year or last week?
Last year, he said, and when I tell you, you go, yep, he did too. He said, Gold Coast as a club need to harden the up.
In those words.
In the press conference, right?
As a footy club, we've got to grow the up.
And ever since that, and he's, you know...
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
He said it. They
He
bleeped
did.
it out.
Oh, they
and I'll
bleeped
bleep it out too.
Like your
I've
big
already
beep just
bleeped it out. But just that in a press conference, that tells
did.
the world, enough's enough. I'm not here to play games, right?
Yeah, he's not mediocre.
Yeah, so, and the players have responded, right? Doesn't matter. I agree, they've only played Melbourne and West Coast, but they've won, right? That's all you can do. We'll see you in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
And convincingly.
Convincingly, right? That's all you can do.
Just quickly.
Melbourne,
Melbourne.
they've beaten a side that's just broken.
Oh, they're finished.
There's Angelo Petrarca, right? Does he not want to be there?
Yes.
Look,
we said this.
Melbourne's missed the boat on a lot of things here.
A lot of things.
They should have moved Oliver on after his
That's what
behaviour.
everyone's saying
They
that.
should have moved Petrarca on when he wanted to go last year.
yep,
Stop holding him back. You want to go?
That's it.
Fair.
Gee, they should be moving the coach on. There's
Yep.
a lot of.
Yep.
Don't you reckon?
Forward line's been a
for
problem
ages.
for a while, and now that these midfielders are not as prevalent as they were,
Yeah. Plus they're at their age.
What I'm saying is, what happens is it's even worse because now they haven't got a great
Yeah.
forward line. So Van Ruin, I was wrong. I thought he was going to be him and Fritsch are just okay.
I'm going to say a comment. They are still drunk on their premiership.
Yeah, they are, absolutely.
From 2020. And that's now 5 years ago.
But what happens when that happens?
and that
Ange,
premiership
right?
wasn't even a.
What happens when
It was a COVID.
Yeah, it was, but they still won it. You got to give them credit, right? But when that happens, you're in trouble. Because Carlton did in 23 when they made the preliminary final. They've been drunk on that 2 years ago.
They thought,
right?
They thought
it doesn't work like that.
No,
right? You're
correct.
right in saying Melbourne. Now, I've got something I haven't told you yet, right? So I heard this rumour on the weekends.
Careful.
It's a rumour. I can say whatever I want.
Okay, fair enough.
So I
Rumour
heard-
file.
Yeah, well, I heard this rumour. Let us know in the comments if you've heard this one. But anyway.
Stephen Newport's going back to Melbourne.
No, not Stephen Newport, Simon Oshold.
Righto.
The boy from Ormond.
Strawberry O'Dwyer's come back from.
Straubs. So I heard this rumour that we all know Cozzy Pickett's probably going to leave at the end of the year, wants to go to Fremantle.
Yeah.
I've heard that Luke Jackson.
Yes, I've heard that too.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
There's some rumblings that he wants to come back to his family when they come back to Melbourne. And that would be a straight swap, right?
Fair.
I'll take that in the heartbeat.
Old
The guy
school.
wants to go.
Yep.
Let's get Luke Jackson. Straight swap. No problem. So, I don't know. Let's see for that.
Bolton,
Cozzy Pickett,
Cozzy Pickett and Bolton.
No, it'd be good. It's
Cozzy
good for
Pickett
both,
should have
right?
gone last year. There's another one
Yeah,
that
he wants
they
to go, yeah.
Move him on.
If
Stop
you don't
holding
wanna
him
be there.
back.
It's not about one player. It never is. I don't care.
It's not.
You're right.
In 2000, North got really carry and played finals. It's not about one player. Probably the greatest player ever played for the greatest player ever played for North, but one of the greatest players in the game, got traded or you can't play and they play finals that year. It's not about one
Go on
player.
forever about stories
Exactly.
like that.
But yeah,
with
but,
proof.
Yeah,
with proof.
exactly. So
Let's move on. Saturday at Marvel Stadium. This was the twilight game. St Kilda 2015 135. Richmond 7-11 53. Richmond stuck around for a quarter of an hour.
For 5 minutes.
yeah,
What,
of an
what
hour.
did you think was going to happen?
Nah,
What
we
did you
called
think
it.
was going to happen?
St Kilda kicked 14 goals to 2 in the second half.
Yeah,
That's about
demolishment in the second
Yeah.
half. Mate, Higgins, these guys are running around like millionaires. Higgins,
and so they should.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
round one, Carlton. How bad is that loss now?
Yeah, it looks
Because they
terrible.
ain't winning another game for the rest of the year. St Kilda,
I said
Richmond,
that,
right?
Oh, but you disagreed with me 2 weeks ago when
did.
I said Richmond might win another game for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they might win one more. But my point
Who
is,
can
is
they
that
beat? This is the Richmond we expected,
West
though.
Coast down there, right? That's it. That's all they can win.
West Coast have a crack.
Yeah, so the
West
Richmond
Coast have had a good... Yeah, but West Coast can go longer.
Maybe they've got more
Maybe.
senior bodies.
But
yeah,
my point is,
that's true.
Carlton don't get to play Richmond again, right?
No, they stuff that. They
And if
missed
they
that
do,
boat.
they don't get that round 1 4 points back. So how bad is the loss is that?
But you're right. St Kilda deal with that. We can say, they beat Richmond 82. They do what they had to do. They smacked them, mate. That's what it
They
is.
did what we said about Port Adelaide last week. They went there, won by 80 points, and St Kilda's done the same.
I watched it and I thought, What I expect to happen. There was nothing.
Unfortunately, this is not about Richmond, but
Nah.
they're there for the taking for every week for a team to
100%.
go, we need to win by 80 points.
And I said that round 1, 10 goals plus. I don't care who you are. You need to take your chance with Richmond and boost your percentage.
That's
it.
right.
Correct.
That's right.
Anyway,
Saturday night was the big one at UTAS Stadium. Hawthorn 10-16-76 defeated GWS 9-10-64.
knock yourself out, mate.
My Hawks.
There's a bit
My
to
Hawks,
unpack in this. The wind was incredible.
Yeah.
To the left of
yes
screen.
Yes and no.
don't
The
reckon?
wind. The wind.
The wind.
I thought you said the wind.
No,
the wind
not the
was
Yeah, correct.
howling.
That's all right. Let him
Like
have his say.
GWS kicks the first 5, but you know
That's
Hawthorn going
right.
to kick the next 5.
That's right.
Well,
So
do you?
I did.
Okay, all right. So I remember, I'll never forget this. One day at the ugly Western Oval, right? It was
yeah.
cold and windy, and it was Carlton Bulldogs, as you can imagine. And Steve Silvani played the whole game at
That's
one
the night,
end
yeah.
because it was windy.
Fullback or battle forward.
Both. The whole
Oh, yeah, 'cause
one
he played
side
back
'cause it was
and-
windy,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So he kicked goals up forward, and he took like 14 marks, right, as a defender. So you know the wind's there. You kick the first 5 goals, wouldn't you put everyone back?
Yeah, you would have
I
thought.
don't care.
Fair point.
Scrap it up. Do whatever you
Local
need to do.
footy, it's what you do.
But you have to, right.
On a windy day, you play your best.
So if you could see that Hawthorn's going to kick the next 5 goals, what's GWS
it was,
doing?
you could tell, couldn't you?
Well, that's what I said. Because he said,
Yeah.
yeah. "Oh, what a comeback." I said, but they were always going to reply Hawthorn. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
but
it
to what extent, right? So, but anyway,
I've got to make an apology. You might have to close your ears.
Boy.
no, because it's about, I know who you're going to talk about.
The Wizard played first for me.
How good was
first
he?
hand, he was good.
Yeah,
he
No,
was
but
damn
I don't
good.
deny he's good.
He was damn good.
Mate,
He was a
you got a
sensational-
long way to go before you're an
It's
Eddie
okay.
Betts, before you're,
Haven't lost the game yet.
Yeah,
He's playing well. He's contributing.
They have this tremendous ability of having swingmen like Weddle.
Okay, he's Ginnivan a goose.
Yeah, he's less. Watson's well ahead of Ginnivan.
Watson's a star.
Miles ahead of him.
Yeah, he's a star footballer.
Well, okay. Granted.
Can I ask you a
But
question too in a
you're
minute?
not giving GW. Hang on.
It's
Yeah.
killing him to admit that.
No, GWS were pretty bloody
Pretty
good.
good. They had their chances.
They just stuffed that
String out a
third
few-
quarter up
Yeah,
there.
they did.
Stringer, the
He
Stringer
had a few
thing. What's
chances.
going on?
Yeah,
What do you
he
reckon?
looks.
It's his first game.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't.
good
I mean,
point.
he's
Good
not-
point.
he's
Hogan
not ready.
returned what to form
Yeah.
straight away. He was,
Yeah,
a
good
good he was
footballer,
good
mate.
early.
He's a good player. Oh,
But Weddle, Sicily, they've got blokes that can just go either into the ground.
so they can adapt to any game situation.
Yeah.
That's why they're scary. Not because they're winning games, but they can. I've said this against Carlton. They can win scrappy games. They can tear you
Yep.
apart. They can get you on the outside.
And they
Like,
set up
Will
unbelievably. They
Yeah.
set up unbelievably well
Unbelievable,
yeah, they're
behind the
very
ball.
good. They hurt your foot. If they get the footy off half back
Yep.
and you're not
Yeah.
willing to, they spread and they make the ground as wide as.
absolutely.
You can
They're
spread all you
smart.
want. But it's called. They know how to find an opponent. They know how
Yeah.
to find a
teammate.
Correct. With
They're
their
spot on.
disposal.
Yeah, they're good disposal.
They're spot on. They're clean.
Is Sam Mitchell the best coach in the AFL today?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Oh,
Who's he rivaling? If you're saying he's the best, who's he rivaling?
No one. No, he's the best.
Well, then there's your answer.
Honestly, I can't.
Yeah, probably.
Jeez, he's got
Craig
so much.
McRae's. I mean,
Yeah, but he's got
Yeah.
so much out of that team, Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, they-
Like that. Again,
Well-
there's not one superstar that you go, but they don't play that way. They're a team effort
no, I agree.
team, you know.
I agree.
But anyway,
Good win by the Hawks.
great.
Great
win.
It was a good game of footy.
It was.
The win just anyway. Saturday, the Gabba 7:35 game. Brisbane Lions 10-10-70. Geelong 9-7-61. The Cats were 4 goals up at half time, and then went zip zip
Love it.
Said they'd win.
zip
Cats,
zip in the third, and
but almost had them.
you and I
Almost had
picked
them.
Brisbane.
Yeah, I picked the Cats because I said, "Oh look, the weather is bad. I know they both have to play in it, but I would have loved to see this game in a dry.
Oh, I reckon
Situation.
Brisbane win by more.
Maybe, but I'd
Yeah.
love to see because they've got some run Geelong too. You know?
Gee, yeah.
Fagan said the right. I don't know if you saw his press conference.
No.
He said a good thing. He goes, like, he goes, we just back ourselves. Like, even though
They
we're
do.
4 goals down, we knew in house. He goes, I'm not
It's
being,
okay,
he goes,
yeah.
we're not being smug or something to that effect. He said. He goes, but winning the flag last year has changed a lot of things. He's right. He goes, so we look okay, we're 4 goals, and that's okay, boys. He goes, we just back ourselves.
can
He
work
goes,
through it, yeah.
Look, it's not going to happen every week. We're going to be in situations like this and may lose.
Yeah.
He goes,
That's
but we
brilliant.
always give ourselves a chance. I love that.
And that's probably exactly what they've been doing the first 3 weeks.
And-
Yep.
Sydney, they toughed out that 4-point win.
West
the
Coast?
Eagles pushed them for three
Yeah,
quarters. They eked it out. Is that
Yep.
the right? Is that the
Yeah,
right word?
yeah,
They eked
yep.
out, and then like you said,
The other, and again, Dane Zorko.
Kick the
tremendous.
sealer at the end.
Jeez,
He's a bit underrated.
is he a superstar of the AFL?
He's
Not a superstar.
He's got to be.
okay. You know what I say? A star.
He's a star.
He's a star.
I know you really want to push for
No,
that.
because I think, like you said it, he's underrated. I think he's
He's
so
underrated,
underrated.
but he's a star. But
I know
people go, Zorko's a very good player. No, he's
No,
a
he's
star.
better than a good
He's a
player.
star.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's a superstar.
I think he's a superstar, but anyway.
I thought McCluggage was great again. I love McCluggage.
he's always good,
I
he's a
love
good
him.
player.
Geelong, not sure what's going on there. Their midfield fell apart, and that's
fell apart. I
I'll tell you
just
what's glaring now is the absence of Tom Hawkins.
You reckon?
It's now glaring. It's
certain
going to
games-
get worse.
I don't know.
Like you boys both say about the corridor when they're back at home in the corridor.
Yeah, it fixes everything.
But I'm not sure they're up there. Jeez, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, that's a good point, and I'm
Jury's
sort of
out on him.
Yeah, jury's out. I agree, but danger in these lesser, like older blokes.
That's
you
what
can't
I mean.
rely on
When,
it. Yeah,
when
but
does it
that's what
get
I'm
to
saying.
panic stations?
No, it doesn't. But
When does it get to the David Cameron?
That's right. When does it?
No, not yet. Because see, I think Chris Scott's smart enough to go. We're not relying on danger. I mean, he can play forward most of the game, right? As he does. They put him in every now and again, but you can't be relying on these guys over 30,
Yeah,
right,
I know,
anymore. And I don't think he does. But
I don't want to pull the ripcord on him. I just a few little
agree.
things I'm not.
Yeah, I
But you're
agree.
right. No, you're
Not
right. About
sure.
that. You're right.
Sunday afternoon, Adelaide Oval, 3:20. Now, don't forget to watch North Club Corner, which will be out tomorrow. Adelaide Crows 17-12, 114. Defeated North Melbourne 12-6, 78 by 36 points.
I'll take this because you're going to have a good discussion about it in Club Corner.
It's actually, is that right? I thought it was 37.
That's
maybe
it.
it was, maybe okay.
17-12, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you done?
And even
Sorry about
6 goals.
Yeah.
Jeez, again, I thought North were pretty good. I thought, look, going and losing to Adelaide it's not a bad thing because I said last week, North aren't ready to beat Adelaide, and they're not.
That was a fair call.
They had a crack.
Yeah.
I didn't think they had any hope in hell of winning, and that's not having to go at North. That's, I think, how good Adelaide are. Well, they kicked 17 goals, right? And North gave them a run. There was periods in that game where...
Mate, we got to 8 points, 9 points.
3 times.
I said, yeah, have you seen Club Corner?
Fair enough.
North, yeah.
But it's good to talk with you about the North
No,
game
I understand, but you're right. They were 4 goals up, North to kick the next 3. 4 goals up, North to kick the next 3. That shows me that they're on the right path here, right? Harry Sheasel,
what's going on?
The Shees,
Quite-ish.
0 influence in the first 3 games, right? And North is still doing well. That's a good sign. Not that he's playing bad, but he's going to get better. We know he's a quality player, right? But the fact that they don't need to rely on Sheasel and LDU and all those guys, like you see Tom Powell, you see...
Phillips is going all right.
Yeah.
He's going very well, Phillips. Caleb Daniel had a few shaky moments, but bloody hell, he's good, though.
But you take his 82% efficiency.
Oh, absolutely.
so
That's what I mean. Because he gets it that many times because he's going to make
gonna make
mistakes,
mistakes.
right?
Yeah.
Like, he's there, half back, and his kick means everything, right? He's under pressure. Like, that's a great get. Luke Parker was good yesterday. Darling had a shocker, but that's okay.
Did he have a shocker?
I didn't think he was great.
Did he have a
I
shocker?
thought it was okay.
I didn't think he was great.
What was the Kane Corns that said
Pasted him. Said he shouldn't play again for North.
he's a goose?
He said it.
He's,
Kane
you know what
Corns
he is?
said it.
He's just looking for people. He's a goose.
He's got no idea.
I don't know
what
where
he's
he is. What he was. I don't know.
And
know
that's what
what
he
he's
said.
getting at.
He actually said, Clark shouldn't really be sacked. That's another 100 points if kicked against some sides.
Yeah, I get that. That's ugly.
Oh, it was just North Club Corner started, isn't it?
No, it hasn't, but I just wanted to throw that in.
Cut
He gets
Paste-
fired up, doesn't he?
Paste that bit into Club Corner.
I
It
might
makes me
have to
angry. It
do
just
that.
makes me angry.
So I just want to say, my Crows, mate, are they damaging?
Yeah.
You can't give them an inch.
No,
You can't beat the 3-headed monster.
You cannot. You cannot. And Isaac Rankin. Ooh.
Well, no one went to him. I was annoyed
Oh,
at that.
no, I'm not even going to go there.
Nah.
I'm going to go there.
So,
But they got the 3-headed monster.
Yeah.
Plus they got Keys,
yeah.
who is the 4th.
I
Then Rankin
said-
goes forward.
I said the most potent forward line in the
And like-
AFL, and you agreed last week. I think
Yeah,
we've all.
but
I think everyone's seen it now.
but they're good across the board. Like
Yeah,
Michael Annie across
yeah.
half back. What's his name? Number 20.
Mitch Hinge.
Hinge. Beautiful
think-
disposal.
I think they're underrated down back because they get like Keane, right?
Do you know what
He's
his
6
nickname
foot
is? The Door. Oh, just saying.
I know. I could see when I said Hinge. I could see your hard drive
Say it
in
in the
your head.
finals when there's a lot.
Oh,
Hinging on it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
North are all right. Adelaide, top 4 this year. I've told you, preliminary finals,
Yep.
all that.
I'm just going to say one thing, 36-point margin. If you said to me during the week, would you take that? I would. But now that I watched the game, no, 36 points should have been closer than that.
Yeah, I agree.
It flattered in that scoreline,
I agree.
Adelaide.
I agree.
Yep.
Should have been 24 points. But anyway, Sunday, Optus Stadium, the 6 o'clock game, tucked away there again. West Coast 10-8-68, Fremantle 15-16, 106. Who won the medal? No idea?
No idea.
Yes, Sarong.
Right,
Oh, God, he's a star.
right. Have you got anything to comment on this?
Yes, I'd have quickly.
Quickly go.
I've say this every week, mate. Pipe down Harley Reid, mate. Who the fruit do you think you are, mate? I won't swear. Come on, mate. Good footballer. I'm not denying he's got ability, but mate, he looks like he doesn't want to be there for a start.
Well, he doesn't.
He's a
Well,
frustrated
yeah.
man.
He doesn't, yeah.
You know, like, do you see what he did to Sarong? He must have said something to him.
Of course.
Whack. Like, mate, you know what players are going to say, mate? Just give him a serve, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll lose his mind.
What does it smell of? Jason Horn-Francis.
Yes,
Yeah, he
yes.
doesn't want to be there.
He'll
yeah.
be at Essendon next year.
Well,
Good luck to him, but
he'll be somewhere. He just won't be at West Coast. So I can almost guarantee
he'll
that.
play some sort of football by the end of the year. Yeah.
Didn't Tracy and Amos up forward, kick 7
Yeah,
between
Tracy
them?
between them.
He's a good forward. I don't know. It was a
Regulation.
standard win. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I thought,
Oh, the Eagles had a crack.
yeah, they're cracked, but they're just not good enough.
Well, of course.
That's it.
Yeah, they're not getting beat all the way Richmond is, all the way north.
No, not yet. Anyway.
There you have it, our review of round 3 in the books. Let us know what you thought of the round, and we'll see you in the next one.